folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, had a very busy day doing some community work. I'm not quite yet prepared to tell you the little secret that we've been working on here. Some of you already know it because some of you are on locals, which I have revealed the secret there, but it will be coming here eventually. But for those of you that are on locals, you already know what's going on. But we put in our group put in a big work day today. It's a huge benefit to the little community around this part of the country, and we're very excited. It was a lot of physical work, but very rewarding and just enjoyable to take some old stuff and a building that was kind of in disrepair that's used in our community to kind of give back and fix it up and do some stuff. So it was very fun, although tiring. We've been there all day. I just left. So anyways, I know some of you don't care, but a lot of you are probably wondering, what in the world am I talking about? Well, you'll either have to wait a while longer, or you can go over and join on locals and you can watch there. But I will have a big reveal at some point here on YouTube. And, you know I've been hammering on this, helping in your community, contributing, and that can be done in many different ways. It's something that's bothered me for a long time about the preparedness community, and I'm not pointing at any particular person. I think it's just a general sentiment that has kind of developed over the years of, bad things are happening, bad times are coming, we've got to take care of our own and let the rest of the world fall apart. If it comes to that, we've got to just protect what we have, and if everything else, the whole rest of the ship sinks and goes down in a ball of flames, then so be it. And I'm not saying that mindset is completely off. I'm saying that we have to realize that, we're still here to shine our light in the world, and there are still good people out there. In fact, I believe that there's a lot of good people out there, and the more and more I talk with people, it's not so much that they don't see what's going on. It's that they just don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do. And you think, well, there's all this stuff on YouTube. They just need to watch it and they'll find out. There's a lot of people that doesn't watch YouTube, and there's a lot of people that have no idea that content like this exists on YouTube. It's hard to find. That's why channels like mine, we're always trying to break the YouTube algorithm, because they hide our stuff. So there's just a lot of people out there that they just need guidance. They're good people. And so we can't just throw the baby out with the bathwater and just expect that, as long as I've taken care of myself, so be it what happens to the rest of the world. So I believe that there's still a place for us to do good, to help others. There's all kinds of places in our communities, in our world, that we can be of service, whether it's folks that are in need because of poverty, folks that are in need because of abuse and neglect, folks that just in need because there's a big gap in the system. We've built our society surrounding the fact that the government and this system is there to take care of everyone, and when it's just not, then what happens? And so it's something that we're really actively doing here on our local level, and I really believe that as preppers, this should be a big priority for us. Sure, we want to make sure that we're all taken care of, that we're actively working on preparing our families and our little tribe, our mag, or whatever you want to call it. But the people around us, there's still good that we can do. And the reality is when things fall apart, your neighbors and stuff, they're gonna look to you. And it could be in a good way or a bad way. We've talked about the bad way many times, where people just, they go crazy, they lose it, they become dangerous, and they come after what you have, and they want some of that. They're starving, they're hurting, they're cold, whatever it is, and they see that you've got stuff, and so they come after you. Or there's the other possibility, mostly because there are still some good people out there, and before they get into that place of desperation, folks like you and I could really be leaders in our community. And I'm not talking about like warlord leaders. I'm talking about leaders to show them how to survive things. And there's going to be potentially a huge gap, a huge vacuum of direction, of guidance, of help in a lot of the small rural communities, because there's just not going to be anything else there. And folks like you and I that are prepared, that do have our heads screwed on straight, many of us have the training, the knowledge, the experience, the skills, because we've developed them, that we can reach out and help other people. And so that's part of our community's plan, is not just to take care of our own, but to build relationships with people in our area, so that we can continue to be of service, not just now, but to be of service in the future when things really fall apart. Because my experience and the people that I've talked to here locally and around the country is that areas like where I live, where it's very rural, they already don't get any outside help. They're on their own. The local governments and stuff, they get very little of any help from outside, and they know that when things fall apart, they're going to get a whole lot less. And again, if there's a vacuum there, that's where you have the bad people rising up. That's where you have those marauders. There's not enough people to keep the peace, so I'll just form my own band and we'll just do it our way. And their way sometimes is the bad way. A lot of people have used the term militia. I mean, it's been used good and bad, and it's usually used in a kind of a defensive or offensive manner. But honestly, that kind of concept was much more than just defense or offense. It was also of helping their community, of rendering aid to their community, the people that needed it. The family that lost their roof in a storm, the local men would come together and they would help get that roof put back on. If the breadwinner, the husband, was injured or ill, the rest of them would come and help harvest their crops or take care of their animals. This kind of mindset it's been dying for a long time, and I think it's beneficial and just the right thing to do for folks like you and I to bring it back. And the reason I think it really rests a lot on our shoulders, partly because most people in the preparedness community are very good people, and they're very giving, and they have a heart, a compassionate heart. And because we also aren't going to be as set back as much when things fall apart, because we're rooted. We've got a firm foundation because of our preparations mentally, physically, and spiritually. We will be in a much better position to help other people. And so I really think folks like you and I should be doing more things. We should be doing more things in our community and building strong relationships and doing things now to help, with plans to do things in the future to help when things fall apart, because at some point they're going to. It's all the warning signs are pointing that direction. The handwriting is on the wall, and our options are either hunker down and hope that all the bad stuff doesn't bleed over into our property, and it will, or to work with those around us to just make a stronger independent community when there's no other help arriving. And really, I think personally that's the better option. So I know there's all kinds of scary news out there. It's all looking bad. It really is. But I think there's still room for us to do a lot of good in this world. And so I encourage you to figure that out. If you want I guess, more details and ideas, you can reach out to me. But there are many ways, and they're not all identical to what we're doing, but there are just many ways that you can help with the community and the people around you that are in need. Folks, it's time to get your houses in order. Time to prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.